So what I've found has been really effective in my kind of experience, and this is that if you get lots of letters that are kind of worded slightly differently, or there's a slightly different style to it, but it's in one common theme, you know, if you realise that lots of people have taken the time to sit down and draft an email in their own words, or a letter in their own words, and you're receiving 15 to 20 of them, then you realise that that is something that's really powerful. And I think probably the only other thing that I would say in terms of, you know, how you engage with your member of parliament is remember that not everybody is perhaps like me who understands the kind of the church language and perhaps understands a lot about why these issues are really close to the hearts of us as Christians. I'll give you an example. A number of years ago, I worked for a politician when there was changes to legislation that would allow for equal marriage in Scotland. I was working for a politician who was a Christian politician. And I remember that there was correspondence that was coming through from folk who probably didn't engage with politicians very often, but the way in which they kind of wrote on that particular issue probably wasn't a great witness. I remember lots of really inappropriate comments and words and just quite a kind of hostile environment. I think that the lesson that I learned from that was that when we as Christians are engaging with decision makers, with politicians, it's important that in doing so, that's part of our witness as well. This might be the first time in quite a long time that somebody who is in a political background has engaged with somebody from a faith background. And so don't underestimate the fact that when we speak, we are seen through the eyes of the church and Christ, and it's really, really important that when we do so with love, with grace, and with patience. So I think that's probably my tip for how to engage with politicians on that one.